Delta Wildlife Sanctuary. Non-profit group Elephants Without Borders made the discovery while carrying out an aerial survey. The group believes the animals were killed for their tusks. Let's get more on this with Philip Muruthi, who's with the international conservation group African Wildlife Foundation. Joins us now live from Nairobi. Good to have you with us. One of the things that this is being blamed on is the fact that Botswana's president unexpectedly took weapons away from the National Parks and Wildlife Services. There's been no explanation for this, but surely this reduces their ability to protect the elephants.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. I think it's very important to realize that we are in a poaching crisis and that elephants are under attack. This poaching crisis has not ended, and therefore it is we urge the government of Botswana and other elephant range states to keep up the efforts. Botswana has been a leader in conservation. It has the largest elephant population in the world, and only concerted efforts can make sure that it keeps being the leader in conservation. We cannot relax in protecting elephants. There is no reason for withdrawing if that is according to the report.
I mean, the fact that they've withdrawn weapons from wildlife wardens, does that mean it's not seen as so much of a priority then in countries like Botswana? And could we see an increase in poaching now?
I am aware, having worked with the Botswana government and the people of Botswana, that conservation is seen as a priority there. I don't know the reasons for the withdrawal as purported in the report, but what is the main key thing here is that poaching is like an amoeba, and it will go where the stimulus is. If you have a large population of elephants, you should anticipate that the poaching and the international gangs are looking at you favorably as a source of ivory. So this is very important to keep up the efforts and to really make sure that elephants are always protected if we are going to benefit from them for their ecological role, for their heritage role, and also for their socio-economic role that they play in the continent of Africa.
Very briefly, clearly there are laws in place, conventions in place to try and stop the poaching of ivory. What about trying to reduce demand in countries like China? Is that having any impact?
It is starting to have some impact. As you are aware, China declared a stoppage to domestic ivory market within China. That does not mean that, and many other countries has done, including the UK. Now what needs to be done is to deal with stopping the demand in more countries. Enforcement is very important, stopping the trafficking, and also stopping, in the first place, stopping the killing. So we don't have setbacks like this, which has happened in Botswana. It is very important to put resources to elephant conservation and other wildlife, as I said, heritage for Africa, playing a major ecological role in maintaining healthy forests tied to human well-being, and making sure that wildlife is playing its role in the sustainable development of our continent, Africa. We cannot relax. And I hope that Botswana will put more efforts to protecting its elephants and continue being a leader as it has been in many years.
Philip, you make some good points there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Philip Muruthi in Nairobi there. Now, Argentinians have taken to the streets in Buenos Aires to protest President Mauricio Macri's new austerity measures. Export taxes will increase and around half the government ministries will be cut in what Macri says is an effort to reduce the budget deficit and restore investor confidence. Christine Piravalakis